Hello, Moon Magic Super Souls. Welcome to today's readings. Welcome back if you are returning to the channel. Welcome if you are new. We have three beautiful cards they are your significator cards to draw you, to guide you, to assist you in finding the right pile for you. So, my beautiful souls, we are asking for an immediate message, something you need to know about right now. And we are also going to check out the coming week, the next 7 days. Is there anything you need to know about? Now, I do these readings every Sunday. Thank you so much to those of you who are returning. I know some of you check in every Sunday. Thank you for your feedback through the comments. It's wonderful to hear from you and to know that the readings are helping you. Thank you so, so much. So, beautiful souls, we have three beautiful cards, and in a moment, I'm also going to draw a charm and possibly a rune or some runes for each one. We'll see what comes through. I know some of you like those as well to help you, to guide you in. So let me show you these cards first of all. So we have, for pile one, we have the card of strength. Okay, so this is pile one. For pile two, we have the card of the Wheel of Fortune. This is for pile two. And for pile three, we have the card of the Lovers. This is for pile three. So, whatever energy is resonating with you with these cards, let's draw charms as well. I know some of you really like to have those as well. We'll put a little counter down so it makes it a little bit easier to see the charms when we bring them out. And we'll draw a rune or possibly runes. I never know until we get here what's going to come through. So let's draw a charm for pile one first of all. Okay, very clear. It's really in my hand. We have for pile one, you have the Winged Horse. Oh, my computer is making a noise in the background. My apologies. So we have the Winged Horse. Isn't it funny? It went da da like an announcement. I don't know what relevance that has to your reading, but there we have Pegasus the Winged Horse for pile one, along with my computer singing to you as well. We also have Algiz, the rune of protection, and we have Ingas, the rune of fertility. Okay, so these are for pile one. Right, let's check out a charm for pile two. Pile two, you have the Tree of Life. This is for pile two. Your runes, two again, coming through. You have Harvest, Jera, and you also have Lagos, the rune of flow. Harvest and flow. Okay, fab. I'm really excited about your readings. There's a really buzzy energy here today. Oh, and do you know, this is so remarkable. So you probably heard that. A charm just popped and fell out of the bag. But look what it is. Pile three, the Lovers. And we have love. That's the charm that came out. I love it. I love it. And you have three runes coming out for pile three. You have Hagalas. Hagalas is the rune of the Great Awakener or disruption. You have Perth, which is the rune of initiation. And lastly, you have Thurizaz, which is the rune of gateway. Okay, very cool. Very cool runes. Very cool charm. I love the way that came out. That is just awesome. Okay, beautiful souls. I am going to leave the camera running for a little bit longer. Timestamps are in the description. So are all the cards I'm using if you want to check those out. You'll be able to find links to those. I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Let's find out what message is coming through for you right now, and also what's happening in the next 7 days. How exciting. See you in a moment. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. You have the beautiful Strength card, you have Fertility, and you have Algis, the rune of protection. This rune speaks of patience in something. Now, fertility is obviously about fertility, so something is coming to fruition potentially. I think you may be having to attend to some details, wrap some things up, perhaps. This rune speaks of completions of beginnings. Now, let's draw your oracle cards first. I know I said right at the start, all of these cards are in the description box if you want to check them out and see which cards I'm using and have a further look at them. Okay, let's dive in and see what we have. We'll draw your tarot cards in a minute. Ooh, we have the Rose's Kiss. I think this is the very first time this card has shown up in a reading from this pack. How exciting. What a beautiful emergence. We have big, great love, or great big love. We have a merry motive. And then you have Whirling Goddess and First House Arrival. Oh, this is like exciting. This is so exciting. Something is about to come to fruition, literally, to open up, to blossom. I think this is just stunning, the energy. I'm just going to move the cards along a little bit to see if I can make a bit of room. Let me move these along because I'd quite like to get this one in here. Can we do that? Yeah, that's cool. Super cool. Gosh, you have patiently been waiting for something, and it's about to flourish. It's about to blossom. It's going to emerge. This feels so exciting. You're going to fly. I mean, this is just, I'm loving the energy of your reading. I'm blown away. I'm absolutely blown away. Now, it's very interesting. From the very first cards, I will say that even though this is my first reading, obviously, out of the 3 readings, pile 1, I do pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, in that order. There could be a message for you in pile 3. I don't know what pile 3 is about yet, but I suspect it is all about love because we had the Lover's card and we had the love. And this, for some of you, is about love. It could also be about something that you love. But something is about to come to fruition, something you have waited for. And I just want to say, lose yourself into it. Do not hold back. It is arriving. Just release your head and your mind, release the logic and dive into it, embrace it. The Rose's Kiss, a great big love, a merry motive. This really is about immersing yourself in something. Now, if this is love and a relationship or a new surge of love coming into your life, if it's not connected to relationship and it's something that you love doing, or you're moving somewhere, or you're in, whatever is arriving, love it. You're going to love it. Something is happening here. But you have had to really stay the course to get here. You've had to keep it in sight. You've had to hold that vision. You've had to really kind of carry it. But wow, it's arriving. It's arriving, and it just feels so joyous. I am absolutely loving your cards. Let's draw your tarot cards. I mean, I guess your message, really. I mean, let's just zone in on your immediate message, and then I'll draw your tarot cards and we'll look at the week ahead. But your immediate message is basically saying it's going to happen. It's arriving. It's like the universe just bends down and gives you a kiss and says, here you are. Off you go. Lose your head. Immerse yourself in it. Treasure it. Love it. You've waited so long. Don't hold back. Embrace every moment. Just dance with it. Be with it. So either there is something immediately in front of you that is to be utterly embraced and loved. Just go with it. Seize the moment. Love every second, or something is about to arrive. Let's find out more. I'm going to draw from a particular tarot pack. They're quite a quirky little pack. And I was really drawn to them. They've got quite a cheeky energy about them. So interesting to see what comes through. May we please ask for information about about the week and anything else that needs to come through for my pile one, please. May we ask about information? I mean, the energy is just phenomenal. I'm seeing this one on the base of the pack. We have the Emperor. Okay, I'll use that. Okay, so the card that showed itself first is the Five of Pentacles, which is interesting because this is like the exact opposite of this energy. Almost. It's kind of like feeling left out in the cold, really feeling limited or hindered by something, and yet we have the Emperor. I just want to say, don't hold yourself back. We have the Hanged Man, and we have the Star. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Three of Cups and the Three of Swords side by side. We have the Ace of Cups, and then the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, let's put this just here. Okay, let's get these into view for you, my lovely pile one. Okay, I can see. So most of you, this isn't there yet. This hasn't yet happened. Hence the patience and the strength. And it's almost as though the universe is still, I don't know, maybe there's a few little things with the rune of fertility that have to be attended to. Like you're needing to still, basically, you still need to take the last few steps to cross the T's, dot the I's, to persevere, to hold that vision. You know, you're so close to something. Like literally a smidge away from this happening, from this blossoming, from this emerging. Now your reading may be coming through because you are actually feeling pretty tired, exhausted. Like you kind of want to step up. You feel compelled to step up. You feel compelled to keep going. And yet, a part of you, I think, is tired. You're sick and tired of waiting, and you're like, when is it going to happen? Whether this is something you're working on that is going to just absolutely burst into its glory, or you have been waiting for love, or something has just never quite taken off or happened or arrived or manifested. It's about to. You are like a hair's breadth away from it arriving. And your first message is, don't stop now. You are so close. Don't stop now. This is just so close to arriving. So don't stop now. You've waited so patiently, and I honestly think, you know, you've really felt compelled to keep going, even when you have honestly wondered, you know, what's the next step? How do I do this? I think you've really fought almost to hold hope. At times when you have just, you know, when you just think, why hasn't it happened for me? Why has this? You look at other people and it all seems to work for them, and you just think, well, why isn't it working for me? Why is your, whatever it is, your project taken off? Or, you know, you've got this, or you've got, you know, whatever it is, you know, why hasn't it happened to me? I think you've even felt bewildered. It's like, you know, literally, why hasn't it happened for me? But there's a part of you has always held the hope. And now we see the Ten of Pentacles. Yes, it's like, you know, this is about to land big time. You know, this is the point of turn. We've got the Ace of Cups. I feel with the Three of Swords, it's the point when, gosh, the period of longing, that's what I'm getting from this card. The longing can come to an end. And in real terms, it's like, wow, I think it's like something shows up in a physical enough way for you to be able to genuinely say, do you know what, this is happening, this is real. I can celebrate. I can breathe a sigh of relief. I know I've turned a corner. I know this is now happening. It's arrived. It's landed. That's what we're seeing here. Still work to be done, of course. I mean, this is the beginning of a whole new chapter of life. But you can celebrate, you can dive in, you can dance, you can sing, you can revel in it, you can, oh wow, it's here at last. That's the energy here. So you are being asked, your first message, absolutely first and foremost, is do not doubt and keep going. Hold that light, even if you are exhausted, even if you are feeling like, why is it happening for everybody else but not for me? Do not stop. Take charge of your own agency, your sovereignty. You have felt compelled to hold the light and the hope for this to happen. My beautiful pile one, do not lose sight of this, because you are a hair's breadth away from this. Let's see whether we can be shown specific information about the coming week. Is something going to happen like this week? Are you going to see it happen literally this week? Or are we looking at things you need to do this week to assist you to stay on course? Let's dive in and get more information. Okay, 2 cards showing up for you straight away. We have the card of Justice and the Knight of Pentacles. This is suggesting that this week you will absolutely see some kind of an evidence with the Knight of Pentacles, something real and solid that gives you the heads up that this is absolutely manifesting now. It's that point. Justice is served and you deserve it. That's what we're getting here. May we have any information as well, any further information, guidance about the coming week? We have the King of Wands. Oh yes. Look at this energy of empowerment. How magnificent. Oh, we have the 7 of Swords. Look at the way we have, can you see this here? First house arrival. Look at the stag and look at the stag. It's like, I sort of like feel it feels like a finally. Finally you get there. That's what it feels like with this 7 of Swords, this beautiful stag showing up twice here. Yeah, this is, we're seeing movement. We're seeing the energy of this. Yeah, you're going to get, I think, real evidence of this week coming to you, my beautiful souls. You know, you may not get the finished result, but you will get absolute evidence that this is now going to emerge and happen. How beautiful. I love this energy. I love this reading. You are going to fly. Beautiful souls. I am monumentally excited for you. I feel this will be one of those moments where it's like the tables turn. The things you've been looking at. Look at the way this stag is reflected in the water. I think the way that you have been longing for success in something, and you've seen other people have it, and I think it's caused a mixed response for you. Sometimes I think you've just thought, oh, why isn't it happening for me? On the other hand, you've looked and thought, well, if it can happen for them, then it should be able to happen for me as well. You know, I think there's been a mixed response depending on your energy levels, how you're feeling, but this is happening, and I think this week you see real results. Something that like confirms it for you. Pile 1, keep us posted. I'm loving your energy. I'm loving your reading. If you're new to the channel and this is resonating, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. Press the little bell icon to make sure you never miss a reading. I post lots of pick a card readings here on the main channel. I'm setting up, or in fact have now just set up, a new channel as well for my all zodiac sign readings. So don't forget to check that out and look for those as well. Beautiful souls, this is fantastic. Tons of love, yeah, I am mega excited for you. I really, really am. So, tons of love, pile 1. Look forward to seeing you for another reading. Thank you for commenting, sharing your stories. It's wonderful to hear, you know, how things are emerging in your worlds. Pile 1, tons of love. You're going to soar. You're going to love it. Tons of love. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. You have the Wheel of Fortune. I wonder what is turning around for you. I feel as though we're looking into the future a little bit. We're obviously asking for an immediate message for you. That's what these readings are about. An immediate message, and we'll look at the coming week. But I feel as though we are being invited to look further ahead than immediately now. I'm not sure why. Let's draw more cards. We'll draw your oracle cards first. Let's see what we are being shown. We'll draw your tarot cards as well in a moment. And we'll be looking at the week ahead. Okay, so we have the card A Tall Tale. We have Let It Go. We have quietening the mind. Quieting. Beyond the Threshold of Fear. And Ascendant Entrance. Okay, this is fascinating. Okay, really fascinating energy. Okay, beyond the threshold of fear. We are being asked to look ahead. Literally to look beyond the threshold of fear, to beyond something. I feel there is something that you want, and yet for some reason either someone or you yourself, as a result of life experiences, have kind of gotten yourself into a place where you are fearful of having it, or you believe it isn't possible, or there is an opportunity in front of you and you are telling yourself that you can't step through it. What is this about for my pile 2s? There is a future here. You're at an entry point with Ascendant. So why is it that it is so fearful for you to step through that entrance? Because this is an entrance that is leading to a harvest, to something of longevity, something that could be really beautiful for you. What is it that's in the way here? Let's check out. I have a lovely little, I find these cards really quite quirky. So let's ask, what is going on here? Let's just investigate for you. What is going on here? It's very specific energy around you. I'm seeing all of these cards coming through. Those aren't feeling quite right. Are there any more to come through from this pack? Okay. Let's check out your tarot cards. We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the Hanged Man. And we also have the 8 of Swords. We have the Empress. We have the 10 of Swords. We have the Ace of Swords. Oh, 2 aces. The Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. We have the 4 of Swords and we have the Chariot. Okay. Right. Okay, I feel that your story is being shown here. And it's almost a little bit like, kind of a little bit of your backstory. You know, like when you watch a film and you start out with it, you know, you see what's going on or you get the lay of the land. And then we start to learn about the backstory, where someone has come from, which is why they're where they are now. This feels a bit like a film unfolding. You know, a lot of films are written with a very specific kind of formula of a story. You get the lay of the land. It's like the hero's journey. You get the lay of the land, and then suddenly, you know, you see into the ordinary life of somebody, a snapshot, a window, and then suddenly something arrives to change their world. An opening, an opportunity, and it's like, is the hero going to step up or not, or the hero or heroine? And the question is, not just are they going to step up, but what is in the way of them stepping up? Why are they reticent? What's stopping them? And so we begin to learn about the backstory of that person, or that, you know, the heroine or the hero of the film, in order for them to then overcome that challenge and step up, and for them to then enter the exciting new adventure that is leading them somewhere. very exciting too, and generally as a happy ending at the end of it, the harvest. This is what we're seeing, a beautiful oak tree. So this is the kind of energy that's around your reading, pile 2. I feel in the past you have invested in something that completely out of the blue to you went wrong. It's like, now there's a lot of stories coming through here, but in its purest essence, it didn't come to fruition, or it's more than that. Interestingly enough, it sort of did come to fruition, and then it went wrong. You thought it was going to work out. This is like thinking that you have fallen in love and then it goes horribly wrong. And you just think, where did that come from? You didn't see it coming. You thought it's like falling in love blindly, or you pursued a particular course of action, or you invested in something, and then it crashed. It would be like making an investment, really thinking that this was the bee's knees, and then it crashed. Suddenly, unexpectedly, it completely crashed, and it's left you fearful of trying again. Really, really fearful of this going wrong. But this reading is asking you to step beyond that threshold of fear. There is an opportunity in front of you, and I think it is actually in front of you right now. The question is, what will you decide? Now, I think you are on some level a bit tired with the Four of Swords. I think you are not just fearful, but reticent to launch headlong into this in case it goes wrong again. But there is an opportunity in front of you, and I think you are actually, with the Four of Swords, I think you're thinking about it. Okay, so I believe this is in front of you already. Now, if this is not resonating with you, it may be that it hasn't yet appeared, but I do kind of feel, I do feel it is for most of you and in front of you. You're sort of questioning whether you can really even believe it. But with a tall tale, almost like, is this going to be too good to be true? But with a tall tale followed by let it go, I think you're being asked to, and especially with, beyond the threshold of fear, I think you are asked to quiet your mind and to really consider giving this a go. Now, I don't know what the outcome will be, and I will draw some more cards in a moment. I'm going to ask about the coming week. But actually, your message is sort of saying that right now the issue is overcoming the fear. It's almost not about the outcome, but, it's one like that saying that comes through, if you've... better to have loved and lost than never loved at all. And this is a sort of I loved and it hurt so much. Can I dare to take that chance again? Message coming through for some of you. You may have lost a beautiful animal, actually. A beautiful, beautiful soulmate in the form of a pet or an animal. And actually this reading is saying, actually perhaps it's time to take that risk, to love again. It was heartbreaking when you lost them. For some of you, you invested and it crashed. Something crashed and went wrong. It crashed and burned. But it's like the past is the past. It's time to release that and embrace the possibility of joy again. Because if you don't embrace the possibility of joy, you're just going to stay stuck in the past forever. And this is actually what your reading is about. Although, of course, no reading will ever tell you what to do. This is up to you. If this isn't resonating with you, it may not be your pile. It might be worth checking out a different pile. This has such a specific energy. But there is something in front of you that can come to fruition, that can grow. But you would need to allow it to grow. You've got to let it in. Let's ask about... I kind of want to ask about the potential of this for you first, and then we'll look at the coming week. Let's ask about the potential first. Could we please have guidance, information about the potential of this situation, please, for my pile twos? It's very specific, and then we'll ask about the coming week for you. Okay, so we have the Three of Wands. Well, we're asking about the potential. There you have it. It's fab. We've got the Three of Wands followed by the Four of Wands. There is so much potential here. I mean, this could really make you feel alive again. We have the Queen of Swords, but it's also your choice with the Justice card. It's also your choice, Queen of Swords and Justice. But I also think what your reading is saying, you know, this could actually help to bring your life back into balance. I think you've been very much dwelling on what went wrong, you know, and the hurt. And of course you would be. Gosh, if you lose something or you invest in something and it doesn't work out, well, why wouldn't you? You know, it's like it leaves a mark on us. But now is the time to consider whether or not you wish to choose to create a pathway of possibility for yourself. And there is something right in front of you that you can embrace if you wish to. That is what your reading is suggesting. Let's ask about the week ahead. How is this showing up in the week ahead? I'm seeing these two, also this one, and this one, and this one. Any more? Yes, that one. Here we go. What are we shown for the week ahead for my beautiful pile two? Right, we've got the Devil. How interesting. I mean, ultimately, the Devil is a card of liberation. It asks us to release and let go of the things that hold us back. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Look at this. It's like falling in love again. Prince of Wands, passion, aliveness. The Two of Cups, falling in love again. The Queen of Cups. I mean, this is such an abundance of happiness. And the Four of Cups. I see that this week there is a genuine opportunity for you to, if you choose to literally cut the cords of the past, to let go and commit with the Ten of Pentacles here. Sort of allow yourself to have, give yourself permission to have happiness, to have what you desire. I think you really do desire this. I think it is just you are so overwhelmed by what happened previously that you are reluctant to allow yourself to have it. I think there is an opportunity for you to allow yourself to have this. And you know, you can take it steady. Like this is about savouring the moment with the Four of Cups. You know, you can let it emerge. But there is definitely a step you can take this week in terms of giving yourself permission to have this, to step into the entry point of possibility of whatever it is that's showing up in your life. And embracing the joy, the happiness, and really taking an ownership of your desire to have this. But it's cutting cords to the history, to that backstory that has been holding you back. And there is a definite opportunity in front of you, whatever that is, and whatever area of your world it is, whatever you could invest in, to move through and beyond that threshold of fear. There's definitely an opportunity for you to cut those cords this week. I am rooting for you. It's your choice. You have conscious free will and choice. No reading will ever tell you what to do. But beautiful souls, the wheel is turning and the entry point is with you if you wish to take it. I am rooting for you in every possible way. Keep us posted in the comments, beautiful souls. Let us know what's going on. I can't reply to all your comments. There are too many, but I do read them. And it is wonderful to really hear how your lives are unfolding. So let us know. Thank you so much, Pile 2, for being here. I love your reading, the energy of your reading. I'm so sorry you've experienced the challenges that have made you fearful of embracing possibility, but I'm also absolutely thrilled that possibility is currently knocking on your door. Thank you so, so much for being here, beautiful souls. Thank you for liking, sharing. It really helps the channel if you let people know about the readings here. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you, of course, if you press the little bell icon, that will make sure that you never miss a reading. Thank you, those of you who do comment, and also those of you who give back through the super thanks in the comments. Thank you all. Tons of love, pile 2. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. I feel like this is all going to be about love, because we have the charm of love, we have the lovers, and so it's going to be really interesting. I guess I should not jump to any conclusions. Let's draw your oracle cards and see. We're asking for an immediate message for you. I'm seeing this on the top and also this one. We're going to ask for an immediate message. We'll look at the week ahead. I'll dive into your runes in just a moment. I'm seeing this card here actually really showing up. And what else do we have here for my beautiful pile 3s? Okay, let's see. We have great and full. Look at this cup. It really does remind me of the Ace of Cups. In perfect harmony. We have bearing fruit. Oh, this is absolutely heavenly. We have sacred union. Okay, so I am going to say that I do believe this is a relationship that's predominantly about love. Now, whether this is love of yourself, love of the divine, or love of another, for most of you, this is love of another, but it could be love of a different nature. Solar calm, clarify. Okay, now we'll find out what this is about in just a moment. But great and full in perfect harmony. I mean, beautiful sacred union. Now, Hagalaz is interesting. Hagalaz is the great awakener. Hagalaz has the energy of disruption. Perth is the energy of initiation, like a rite of passage, coming through something and out the other side. And Thurisaz has the energy of gateway, of pressing the pause button and really looking at where you are before stepping over a threshold into a new phase of life, a new phase of love, perhaps. Now, with clarify, I sort of feel like I'm hearing that song, Love is in the Air, Love is in the Air, every sight and every sound. I'm not sure how that goes, but love is in the air. Whatever this is about. Love of something, love of someone, love of a course of action, and yet something requires clarification. Something requires you to press the pause button and look at it. Right. Let's draw your tarot cards before we say any more. I'm needing more information for you, my lovely pile 3s. I mean, we've got a fruitful outcome, a sacred union, a perfect match. But what needs to be clarified here? What is it you need to review or to see clearly? May we please get additional guidance from my pile 3s? I'm seeing this one as well. Okay, we have the Four of Wands, Swords rather, my apologies. Don't know why I said the Four of Wands, but I'm just holding that. Okay, Four of Swords. I feel like there's passion, and yet for some reason passion has been thwarted. Four of Swords is a very steady energy. Four of Wands is a card of commitment, celebration. Eight of Pentacles, you're needing to work through something. We then have the Ace of Cups, great and full. We have the Eight of Swords. There's something you haven't seen or you're needing to see more clearly. We have the Death card. We have the Moon. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Nine of Wands. And we have the Devil. Oh my goodness me. In perfect harmony, bearing fruit. Clarify. There is something you actually need to see more clearly. That's why you're being asked to review with Thurizaz, the rune of gateway. I'm going to draw more cards around this, my lovely souls. The Nine of Wands is a card where we need to step over a challenge. The Devil, we need to see somebody more clearly. Or we need to see something that you could be tying yourself into something. Or perhaps you're looking through rose-tinted glasses and you're needing to look through a real lens. You need to clarify something here. The Death card looks quite bored. I just need to say this. This is ever so interesting. The Death card looks really, really like kind of a bit grumpy and a bit fed up. I mean, the Death card is a card of transformation and rebirth. It's like, do you know what? You're waiting for something. I think you're waiting for something and it hasn't yet happened. Are you seeing somebody where you are feeling like there's so much promise? And I think you're right, there is. But somebody hasn't made a commitment, or they haven't come forward, or they haven't moved something forward, and you're like, you know, why is this? But there's something going on that you're not yet aware of. Do you know, for some of you, what you need to cut the cords to is your own personal inhibition around asking someone to clarify something. I feel like I've got this real paradox or dichotomy of energy. On the one hand, I've got something that looks amazing, fabulous, I mean, just fantastic. And yet, on the other hand, something requires... something isn't yet moving forwards, or there's something you haven't yet seen, or something hasn't yet been agreed, or you haven't yet understood something with clarity, or you're getting fed up waiting for something, or you're getting fed up with something but you haven't yet said anything about it, or there's just a really interesting paradoxical energy. I feel like I've got a layer on the top that is just fab, and then something else going on here. Now we have the Queen of Wands sitting here. She is the queen of transformation. I mean, she can make stuff happen. I sort of feel like with the Queen of Wands, she can overcome any hurdle. She really can. She's just got the most amazing energy. We have the Moon. You need to see something and then decide what action you're going to take. I need to get a lot more information. Let's draw some more cards. Okay, may we have more information for pile 3. I'm going to ask, what is it you need to see? If we can get any more information about this. What do you need to see? We've got the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is about an investment of some sort, or a choice. Someone's making a choice here. I wonder if you also maybe need to evaluate your choices. Are you giving up on something too soon? Has there been a disruption when you didn't expect it? You know, like when you meet someone and it's full of rose-tinted glasses and wonderfulness, and then suddenly something happens and you think, oh dear, I don't know if this is going to be okay, and it spirals you into a sort of a, you know, should I really continue with this? Or perhaps, yeah, maybe you are needing to look more closely, but in a more real way here. Let's see what else we're shown. 2 of Wands. Now this is about visibility and empowerment. What else do we have here? We have the Ace of Wands. I wonder, my lovelies, if some of you are giving up too soon. I wonder whether there's been an interruption to something that has felt pretty amazing And I think it has so much opportunity, love or otherwise. It could be the perfect job, it could be the perfect project, it could be the perfect person, it could be the perfect love of your life. And yet, for some reason, with the Death card, I think transformation is needed. But part of this is there is a sort of a need to keep going with something here. You know, the Death card, which should be about rebirth and transformation, looks really, really bored and fed up. And yet the Queen of Wands is here, ready to take action. We can overcome any hurdle. We can do this. We can cut cords to anything that holds us back. What else are we shown? The Fool, yeah. I think there is something or someone around you that is actually worth investing in. Your message is becoming clearer. Sometimes we do have to really sit with the energy of a reading to see what's unfolding. I think there is someone or something, for some of you it is a someone, it's love. And it is absolutely worthy of taking that risk. What you're needing to do is to just calm down a bit here. And I think there is a part of you that is, for some reason, something has come along and interrupted the flow of this. Or maybe there's an unavailability from someone and you're questioning. You know, like when you start, a bit like starting a relationship and falling in love, and somebody is just really, really, really busy. And you know, we can move into the territory of, you know, of all kinds of insecurities. I was talking to someone just the other day who's at the early stages of a relationship, falling madly in love, and then, you know, this person hadn't texted, and it was like, well, you know, they might just be having a really, really busy day, but you know, she was going down the road of, oh, but what if this and what if that? It was, I just feel that there's something that's come along that, and I think you probably don't know what it is. But something has, for some of you, you don't know why something hasn't moved forwards, but it's leading you to question whether you should commit, or somebody isn't available, or they're not, you thought it was all good. And I think it is all good, actually. You just need to clarify something. I think your mind could run away with you here with the moon. You literally could run away with it, could run away with you. But there are things you don't know yet. And I don't think it's that they're being withheld from you. I mean, I guess with the devil, for some of you, it could be. But I kind of feel it's more, I'm hearing better the devil you know. And I think better the devil you know is almost like, you know, the thinking patterns that make you feel safe when you think, well, I don't have to invest in that, I can walk away. But actually, that's not ideal if you want to actually embrace whatever this is. Let's see what else we're shown here. We have the King of Swords. We have the Five of Wands. And we have the Page of Swords. The Five of Wands is a card of competitiveness, sometimes even jealousy. Page of Swords, King of Swords. I think you're needing to sort of almost take a slightly more logical approach to this, actually, and try and hold a mindset of possibility, and kind of almost like not let your emotions run away with you, so that you tangle yourself up in sort of despondency, or feeling like, you know, it's like when we add a tone of voice to a text, or indeed we don't get a text, so we add a whole story to it, and that story's not there at all. That there's stuff going on that is, I think there's stuff going on that you don't know about, and I don't think it's being necessarily withheld from you, or if it is being withheld from you, it's not being withheld from you because there's something negative or something going on surreptitiously. I think it's because that person wouldn't want to trouble you, or so I just feel that there's more to this than meets the eye, and you're being called to evaluate and to really just stop and also look back and think about where you've come from, and how that might be colouring your perception. That is actually what I'm seeing here. I think this is loaded with possibility, actually, and so your reading in many ways is trying to be quite reassuring, really, about this. Look at this, take a risk, just stop doing battle over this. Stop doing battle over this within your mind. Stop creating those stories of, almost like the stories of gossip and drama that we can all create, let's face it. I mean, that's what I'm sort of seeing here. So beautiful souls, if this isn't resonating with you, it may not be your reading, but the messages this week are just so clear. Anyway, beautiful souls, I'm going to ask about the week ahead for you. How might this unfold in the week ahead? Well, we have the Nine of Cups, so that is beautiful. Okay, that's heavenly. So I think that what you're waiting for, if you haven't heard from someone, I think they're going to come through. I'm seeing these three. We have the Princess of Pentacles. We have the World. And then we have the Fool showing up again. Yeah. Look at this. I think this week that your fears will be proved to be unfounded with the Nine of Cups. And I think you will feel genuinely cared about with the Princess of Pentacles. And your current fears will be alleviated, or the situation will become clear, will be clarified. I mean, the World and the Fool, look at that. It's like you can almost start afresh, with those, with a clear mind. We have the Four of Wands, which is interesting, isn't it? That's what I thought. I said the Four of Wands and then it was the Four of Swords. And here we have the Four of Wands showing up. It's this delightful gateway of potential and loveliness and a commitment to a future. We can look ahead in the Four of Wands. We can see where we want to be going. It's kind of got that energy of commitment. I think that is absolutely super lovely. We have the Four of Pentacles as well. I think this is fabulous. And look at that gateway. Yeah, I think with grace you can move through. Treat yourself with grace, and indeed the other person involved. We have the Nine of Wands showing up again, but what a different kind of energy. I think this Nine of Wands, I always feel this Nine of Wands, it's like, this person holds the universe within them. And there's a balanced take here. We have a beautiful white wolf and a beautiful black wolf. I'm seeing a commitment here. And I'm also seeing a harmony of difference. So if this is actually relating to any kind of, like an argument or discord in a relationship, there was more to it, and this week it will be clarified and you'll understand from a balanced perspective. You'll see it from both sides. I am seeing a resolution to your current feelings about this and the potential that is here, like a renewed commitment to it. So if there's been, any discord in relationship, any upheaval, it wasn't there to show you that this wasn't worth investing in. In fact, this week, I think you'll absolutely come through and out the other side of this with a great deal of clarity about actually how good this really can be. I'm loving your reading, Pile 3, absolutely loving it. So whatever this is for you, whatever connection, whatever union this is, whether it is work or play, love is present, whether it is a soulmate connection, a twin flame, or a friendship, or whatever it is, whatever the connection, we're seeing a resolution this week in such a lovely way. So clarity will come. Tons of love. This is your reading. Keep me posted. Let me know in the comments. If you're new to the channel, do, welcome. If you're returning, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Beautiful souls, if you want to make sure you never miss a reading, subscribe and press the little bell icon. I have set up a new channel for my all zodiac sign monthly readings. So if you want to check those out, I'll put a link below. Do check those out as well. Thank you so much for being here. It is such an honor and a privilege to read for you. Tons of love, pile 3. This is just looking so rosy. It's really super lovely. Tons of love.